All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a RIZIN fight announcement. So RIZIN number 50 goes down on Saturday, March 20th, or Sunday, March 30th, depending on where you're located. If you're in the U.S., it'll be Saturday night. Anyway, it goes down in Kagaya, Japan, and they're bringing us the first RIZIN ladies bout of the year, as Machi Fukuda takes on SeoYoung Park in a strawweight bout. Now, sponsored Park in her last two fights at Shooto and Road FC. So I'll admit I'm going to favor her. But I don't like this matchup for her, and I'll go over why in a little bit. But really excited. This will be the RIZIN debut of both fighters, so really big opportunity for both of them. They're both young fighters. They're the same age, 21 years old, still getting their feet wet in MMA. So I'm hoping it's a good, exciting fight. Let's go ahead and talk about the stats on this one. So Machi comes in slightly better record at 6-2 to 5-4 for Park. Now, Machi last fought at Deep Jewels 47 on November 23rd when she picked up a win over Suwon Boonsorn, better known as Amp the Rocket. Got that heel hold submission in the second round. Park last fought at Road FC 71 on December 29th. That fight ended in a no contest due to her opponent missing weight by, honestly, a full weight class. So a bit of bad luck for her there. Before that, she had won 3 straight. Machi is riding 2 straight wins coming into this one. They're the same age, 21 years old. Park, a little bit taller, 5 feet 2 inches, 157 centimeters to 5 feet even, 153 centimeters for Machi. Don't have a reach listed for either fighter on Tapology. So here you have Machi is admittedly pretty one-dimensional as a fighter. I mean, she's gotten some submissions, but when you watch her fight, she's pretty much a wrestler. She doesn't do much striking work, struggles if she's forced to stand up, and doesn't do a whole lot once she gets her opponents to the ground. Now, I mean, 4 submissions out of 6 wins is a pretty good high finishing rate. But when you really watch, she wrestles her way to the submissions, but the ground and pound isn't really there when she's fighting, although it looks like she has been working on that. Yeah, pretty much a wrestler. Park, on the other hand, she doesn't really come from a martial arts background, so she's well-rounded. I mean, she's not a great striker, but she can strike. She's not a great wrestler, but she can wrestle. She's not a great submission artist, but she can work BJJ. She comes from a pure MMA gym and fights as like a pure MMA fighter in that she doesn't have a background in any base martial art. Now, I mentioned I didn't really like this matchup for Park, and it's because it is your typical Korea goes to Japan and gives up a lot of advantages to the Japanese fighter. The biggest one being weight. This is at strawweight. Park is not a strawweight. She's an atomweight. She's going to be small in it. She's going to be, even though she's the slightly taller fighter, she's going to be the smaller fighter overall in this fight. She moved up to strawweight for her last bout because it was on very short notice. And when she fought a strawweight who missed weight by a lot. And I mean, she just looked, yeah, the physically smaller fighter. So definitely expect her to be the physically smaller fighter here as well. So yeah, it's up in weight. She's fighting outside of her home territory, which she's used to that. I mean, she has more fights in Japan than she does at home in Korea. But still, if it goes to the judges, they're automatically going to favor the Japanese fighter no matter what. You can always assume that. Now, once the fight starts, Machi's going to go forward. She's going to apply pressure, looking for those takedowns. She is nothing else if not a pressure fighter. So what Park needs to do is she needs to resist that pressure. She also needs to make Machi pay for every takedown she attempts. I think one of the biggest things she can do is to employ a good double jab, keep Machi on the outside. I mean, make that jab stiff and apply it. Double jabs, triple jabs. Try to keep Machi on the outside. Biggest thing is make her pay for every takedown attempt. It's RIZIN. You can use knees, you can use soccer kicks, everything she can do to make Machi regret a takedown attempt while sprawling on it. That's what Park has to do. Now, one thing I will say is that because it's RIZIN, it's in the ring. And Park, I'm pretty sure Park has more ring experience than Machi. I'm pretty sure Machi's fought almost exclusively in the cage. Deep Jewels does have the ring that they use sometimes, but not as often as they used to. Whereas I think her last 2 fights in Shooto, Park fought in the ring. Certainly her last one. So she's used to fighting on those ropes. And honestly, when you're fighting in the ropes, with the ropes, that's honestly a better advantage to someone who's more well-rounded or at least has a better striking background. So we'll see. I'm excited. You know, I think this is a good opportunity for both of these young ladies. It's nice to see RIZIN bring in some more ladies again. Seems like they've kind of cooled on their women's division, so this will be a good opportunity for both. Hopefully they both come in and show out. Let me know your thoughts on the matchup in the comments below. It's March 29th, 30th, RIZIN number 50. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Wmma Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.